music minister, his pastor, and his Lord.
The operational principle of God's kingdom is not earth to heaven, but heaven to earth. Though most culture played much influence in the involving and growth of early music, it is important to note that the origin of music goes far beyond the existence of man. The fact that the host of heaven used music is the first evidence that the origin of music did not begin with man but with God. Ever before music became an activity of the terrestrial, it has always been an activity of the celestial. True creativity does not exist until something is made out of nothing, and this is exclusive to God. Perhaps we can begin to understand that even the most radical music is merely a human reworking of what God did first. Hence, the first place music was used ever before man was made was in God's presence. In the same way, the music that will make kingdom impact must be administered from the standpoint of God's presence. As a music minister, you must understand that the presence of God is crucial to our surviving the odds of life, and the music ministry in particular. Music reveals to man an unknown realm, a world quite separate from the outer sensual world surrounding him, a world in which he leaves behind all feelings circumscribed by intellect in order to embrace the inexpressible. Hence, it is important to know its purpose, because ignorance of purpose does not mean purpose does not exist. Any use of music other than to worship God is a violation of music for which God had created it. As a music minister, it is important, therefore, to minister to God than to minister for God. In the same way, music existed in the spiritual realm as a tool to worship God ever before it was made manifest in the physical world. Music of itself is a spiritual, neutral entity, projecting the ideas and spirits of whoever sings it. For where God is not the object of worship, whatever you are conscious of becomes the object of your worship. It is time to sit down to review the lyrical content of what we call praise and worship song in our local church as a music director, to see if there is any praise or worship in them to God. Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2 shows us a perfect man living in the perfect environment, in a perfect relationship with the perfect God.
Excerpts from the book titled The Music Minister, His Pastor, and His Lord by John Edward Okoh.